Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Dad's Turn to Talk. We're actually on a couple of days later than what we normally are because we wanted to have our guest with us this week. Just real quick before I introduce our guest, just a reminder that we do timestamp everything. So if there's a specific topic that you want to go to, you can go straight to that. Also, don't forget to hit that like button, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. And this week, we have our honorary dad back with us, our favorite guest, who has been on with us so many times. We love it when she's on. Lily, welcome back to the show.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. It's been too long, guys. You have no idea how excited I am to be here today. Yay.
We're excited to have you. We've been wanting to have you on for a while, and we just kept waiting to get to the right set of topics, and we're like, all right, this is the perfect week to have you. So we're glad to have you on.
And thank you guys for changing your days. I know you're usually on Wednesdays, but thank you.
I know it's not a problem. Like I said, you're our honorary dad. No problem doing that, so. Well, as usual, I'm here joined by these two fools. I love both of them. Josh, how you doing tonight?
I am good. It's been kind of a crazy week, Bobo. In fact, I forgot to tell you this story. I mean, both of you know part of it, but Lily, my daughter Charlie, fell down the other day roller skating and hurt her wrist. And it was we took her. I took her to the doctor on Monday, but I had told my wife, I said, it's a sprain. She's like, what do you think you are, a doctor? Hello, wow. And sure enough, go into the doctor. They're like, okay, we'll do an x-ray. And I'm like, I look at the doctor. I said, I bet it's a sprain. Walks back in. She's like, you're right. It's a sprain. Let's say the $95, copay.
Josh, you might have missed your calling.
I know, right?
Might have missed his calling as an x-ray machine.
Oh, God.
All right. Well, it's good to have you on, Josh. Derek, how are you doing tonight?
Well, I have never appreciated health like I have right now because I got sick as a dog on Monday.
Yeah.
And it took me pretty much up until about this morning. What's that, Josh?
An hour ago?
You know what? It may not have been, that far off because I had felt really bad all week. But I woke up this morning and I had a spring in my step. And just thankful that I feel about as 100% as I can get right now because I was not about to miss our guest on the show. And Lily, I apologize. My tux is still at the cleaners. But do forgive me, everybody, for that. But happy to be here and ready to talk about the topics tonight.
All right. Well,
yeah, I was about to say, I'm like, funny how you mysteriously got better today for the show.
That was it. Yep.
I'm like,
That's what it was. He knew he had some time to recover. He's like, I better be well by then.
I know. And the chicken noodle soup and everything.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Hey, that's a good remedy right there.
It was really tasty.
It's still going around. Like
it is, isn't it?
Cold and yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and let's get into the topics, and we got a fun one to start here tonight.
Dear God.
That's right, folks.
Gosh, you're gonna torch us right from the beginning.
Derek yells out, "Dear God!" with
That's perfect.
Oh,
God.
So start out tonight by talking about Captain America: Brave New World, and we want to know: is this MCU slop, or is this a return to glory? Now,
oh gosh. Well, I think Derek answered that for us.
Now, Lily, I know you didn't see it, and I want to get into the reasons why you didn't see it here in a moment. Unfortunately, Josh, Derek, and I did watch it.
You bunch of losers!
Oh, I am so sorry you guys had to watch that. Wow.
Yeah. So I think we already know the answer to that question, but Lily, why don't you go ahead and let us know why you did not go see this terrible movie here?
You mean the Captain America movie with no Captain America?
That's the one.
No, but seriously, the MCU hasn't been putting out anything that I'm actually really looking forward to. Everything that I've seen that I have caught, it's just not good anymore. I just kind of don't care about these characters anymore. Like I lost interest. To be honest, the trailer didn't look that terrible. But like I said, I don't care giving me like Evans as Captain America anymore. Yeah, I lost interest. I don't want to watch it. And then after I started watching everyone's reviews. I was like, okay, yeah, I'm not spending any money on that. Like, I think I made the right choice.
Yeah, you didn't miss anything here. This was a movie. I don't know if you can call it that.
Start there. Mm-hmm.
Derek, why don't you tell us about this movie here?
Okay.
Oh my gosh, you have to take your glasses off.
All right. All right. Let me hold on.
idea.
Let me just start by saying this. Look, Bob, Lily, we've talked about thresholds and messaging and all that stuff previously, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about that here. Throw that out the door. Okay. We're not even that doesn't even have to approach what we're talking about here. Okay. None of that. If I were to direct this movie, right? Like Marvel comes to me and says, "Hey, here's the script. We'd like you to direct this, Derek. You read it." I would read this and I'd be like, "What? Like what is what are we talking about here? Like how am I supposed to piece this together?" Like, and then I meet with the Marvel execs. Well, no, you'll figure out a way, right? Don't worry. Well, what was the budget for this? That's in the email too. Okay, can I get on the phone with the writer, please? Just to get a sense of what we're dealing with here. And I get on the phone with the writer, and he joins a video call like we're on here. And it shows up, and it's like one of my oldest son's third grade friends, and that's the writer.
Oh my gosh.
That's who wrote this movie.
Oh no. Wow.
And I'm glad I saw it with my oldest son because he had a blast, and it was fun watching that with him. And I knew I had to go see it with him because if I saw this by myself, I don't know what I would have done.
You would not have talked to us for about a week.
Well, no, I probably would have been in shock and awe and laughed, all the way through it. But I definitely would have been like, I'll never forgive you guys for making me have to go through this. Bob, I know you do this, but I don't. So,
Derek, I've been to movies with you that you don't like. You get mad.
yeah, I get real mad, but I had my oldest son with me, and so that was a lot of fun. But this just, man, it started off like a jigsaw puzzle, and it ended in like sawdust. I don't even know like what you can.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it just nothing. I mean, no. Okay, if you're a fan of the comic books, you knew who the characters were, but there was no add up here. Like nothing made sense.
Hold on,
Nothing.
Derek. I hate to interrupt you. Bobby, should we say spoilers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you might. Lily, forgive us. We're gonna do
That's
that.
There we
okay.
go.
I'm not.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch it. So
That was
spoiler.
more entertaining than the movie itself. So don't worry. we actually, I think Bob did you a favor there. Look, I like I what's his name? The
Anthony
guy who
Mackie.
plays. What's that?
Anthony Mackie.
I like Anthony Mackie a lot. I really, really do. I think he's a really, really talented actor. But this just isn't him.
Nope.
He's not Captain America.
Nope.
He's just not.
Nope.
And I know he's trying real hard, man. I know he is, but you are what you are, and this you are not, sir. And look, this isn't just on him. Like, you can't replace Black Panther. Like, Black Panther is gone, right? So this isn't a him problem that I'm talking about. But then you add a sad, bitter ass Harrison Ford into this. Like, he didn't want to be a part of any of this. Just, like, oh God, if I have to, like that kind of a thing.
Yeah, he was phoning that in.
Yeah, he really was. He truly, truly was. And then he's taking his little, cholesterol pills that turn him into Red Hulk. Man. And then you had the leader who, okay, that's the leader. Well, could have done better on that one. They invited all these elements of the Hulk into a Captain America story that doesn't connect. There's just nothing about this that really made a lot of sense at all, unfortunately. The only thing that made sense was the fact that my son had a great time and came over, reaching my arm saying, "Hey, Dad, is that this?" Or, "Hey, Dad, do you remember that? Dad, you read this when you were a kid, right?" And that was really cool. That was the best part of the whole movie, was my oldest, having fun with me with it. So, Bob, believe me when I told you, I said my son and I are going to get to the movie theaters a lot more. So, you know what? This movie did just that. So that was the good part about it. It's not always bad. Not always bad. But, man, was this hard. It's tough to get through. So that's me.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Josh, you have requested to go last on this one because you had a lot to say about this. So let me go ahead and get my thoughts out. I didn't think this was the worst MCU movie I've ever seen. I think Eternals was worse. I think The Marvels was worse.
Oh, yeah.
Thor: The Dark World. I mean, so there are some that are I could say that were worse. But here's the one thing. Here's the one thing I'll give Thor: The Dark World. Here's the one thing I'll give Thor: The Dark World. Even though I think it's a worse movie, it actually still is probably more enjoyable because of Chris Hemsworth, as well as it actually carries a plot line over. This doesn't do that. This is just kind of there.
I'm trying to. You think that was worse than Love and Thunder?
Oh, I thought this was no, I was saying Thor: The Dark World.
Is it worse than Love and Thunder?
No, Thor: Love and Thunder is worse than The Dark World. I was just picking one out off the top of my head. No, Love and Thunder's terrible. That's a soggy. That's a crap sandwich because I don't want to cuss on here. That's a crap sandwich. And the only piece of bologna in that crap sandwich is Chris Hemsworth. The rest of it is terrible. So this isn't the worst MCU movie that I've seen, but it's a giant mess.
Yeah.
Part of the problem is that part of it wants to be a Captain America movie, and you don't have any Captain America, but it's trying to be a Captain America movie. And then the other half is trying to be a Hulk movie without the Hulk.
Yeah.
And it just it doesn't go well together. There were actually some interesting ideas that could have been explored. Like, for example, they finally in the movie address that giant celestial sticking out of the ocean from Eternals. And that was an awful movie. But they addressed that, and it turns out that that's the source of adamantium. And at the beginning of the movie, Captain America is trying to retrieve some adamantium. Well, he doesn't know that it's adamantium. It's just like in this canister that was taken by these terrorists. And Giancarlo Esposito is like the head of this group here. And
he was cool. He was cool.
That could have been an interesting storyline had that been the focus of the movie. Captain America and the new Falcon trying to retrieve this, or like a global conflict is caused. There's also an assassination attempt on Harrison Ford. That could have also been interesting had they pursued that, like a conspiracy to assassinate the president, and he had to do it before it happens, or Captain America had to stop it before it happens. I think that could have been interesting. All of that stuff lends itself to an interesting Captain America movie, especially a Captain America who doesn't have the super serum and is just a regular guy. So you're going to give him regular missions. Instead, he's got Ant-Man's helmet, wings from Wakanda.
Oh my God.
The Captain America shield, which he's got more control over than Steve Rogers. And I just, no, it just doesn't work well. And then, like I said, the other half of the movie is trying to be a Hulk movie, and it's brought all these ideas from the Incredible Hulk, brought the leader in, General Ross. They show video footage like on the news from the events of the Incredible Hulk, and it's all there, but no Hulk. And it's just ridiculous to have it there. The Red Hulk is in it for maybe 5 minutes, and he was in all of the marketing. And the ending, he basically just talks the Hulk down until he turns back into a human, and then he surrenders himself and goes to jail because he doesn't want to Hulk out. Also, the leader's big plan wasn't to kill the Harrison Ford's character or kill Captain America or take power or any of this stuff. His plan was just to make Harrison Ford get mad, turn into the Hulk, so everybody could see what a bad person he was. That was his plan. That was the big plan. And he's supposedly so smart, but Captain America keeps outsmarting him. And it just, it was just a really bad movie. Again, it's not the worst MCU movie, and I think that there were some interesting ideas had they actually pursued it, but they just didn't do that. About the biggest thing that I think that was good with the movie, I did like the fact that you saw Sam struggling with the fact that he didn't take the super serum, and he's actually feeling guilty when the Falcon gets injured, and he's thinking, maybe I should have taken this serum, and maybe this wouldn't have happened. So I did like that you saw him dealing with that. But otherwise, there wasn't much here. It doesn't advance the Captain America character any. The only advancement is that he's told he's got to rebuild the Avengers. That's it. There's nothing else. I
will say one thing in favor of it. There were some great action sequences with the planes when they were fighting with Japanese and naval air forces.
I thought it was okay. The problem I had with it is, again, you saw Captain America having better control of that shield than
I know.
I was kind of like, it took me out. It took me out of it. But I didn't think it was terrible. Again, I've seen worse MCU films, but it is definitely not a return to glory. So that's what I thought.
So he doesn't become a super soldier at any point?
No. He never takes the serum. And because he doesn't take the serum.
Yeah, no, if anything, he talks about how he wishes he could have taken the serum.
Yeah, that was funny.
So
that wasn't funny. That was
better at everything than everyone.
Yeah.
Well, what he doesn't, and I actually heard Shad talking about this on FNT, and he brought up a point, is that because of the fact that he hasn't taken the super serum, they explain that he's gotten some upgrades to his gear, like the wings are now like lined with vibranium from Wakanda, and so they're a lot stronger. Also, you see him kind of absorbing the energy, kind of like how Black Panther's suit did, and so it allows him to kind of shoot off this energy from it. So I mean that's okay, because it explains the fact that he doesn't have these abilities, and it gives him a little bit of an edge in his fighting. And some of the hand-to-hand combat I thought was okay in the movie. But like, that's not Captain America, though. Exactly.
If you have to take several different elements from other superheroes, then you're not that superhero that you're saying you are. That's like Spider-Man taking some of Iron Man's suit and
Lily just said,
like, what?
Lily, what you just said is exactly right. that's what this film did. It took elements of other Marvel movies without it actually being that Marvel movie's elements.
Yeah, because that's what makes Captain America Captain America.
Well, and then it takes all the stuff from the Hulk without having the Hulk.
He doesn't need the help of anybody else's weapons or anything because he's Captain America.
Exactly.
Yep.
The only reason
and that's one
from the Avengers is because he's taken on Thanos. Like, that's the only reason he needs that help.
Right. That's one of the reasons that personally I've never been a big fan of the idea of Sam Wilson's character in the comics becoming Captain America. That's why I always thought it should have been Bucky, because he at least had taken the super soldier serum and there was a redemption arc that you could have done there with that character.
Yeah.
So
Bucky's a fascinating character still to this day.
Yeah.
He is.
I'm looking forward to him in the Thunderbolts.
I will say that last trailer for Thunderbolts looked pretty good. So I'm
excited for that one.
Yeah, that one looks fun.
Yeah.
All right, Josh, let us have it.
Come on, get it out.
All right. So as you know, as everyone knows, I do this podcast with two of my best friends who I love, and I'm going to take something from one of them who has a fantastic movie review podcast. Was it good? And I'm actually going to do something that Bobo does, and that is what I liked about this first. And no, it's not nothing, because there were things I liked. I would say the first third of the movie was okay. Moved along. I kind of liked where they were going with the whole assassination attempt. And it started to be a little bit of a mystery. So I was into it a little bit. Some of the action was fine. All of you know I'm a diehard Hulk fan. I didn't mind the transformation of Harrison Ford into the Red Hulk, and some of the stuff he did, I thought it was okay. Now, that's all I could say about what I liked about the movie. What did I hate about this movie? Well, first of all, I went to this movie with my friend Trey, who you guys know, who was on our show, and I looked over to him and I said, "Does he look like Captain America to you?" And because I didn't see it. I could not get it into my brain. Sam Wilson is the Falcon. He is not Captain America. I agree with Bob. If you're going to do another Captain America based on the comics, it's Bucky. That's who it's been. When you think of someone else besides Steve Rogers, you think of Bucky. And it would have been a fantastic story arc. Then, I want to show you guys this. Hold on. Let's see if it'll work. You guys see that?
Nope. You're glaring at it.
Let's see if I can. Glaring. Anyway,
I kind of see it.
that's the leader.
Oh yeah, I can kind of.
Okay, that's the leader.
Here, let me pull up a picture.
Okay, that's what the leader should look like. This is what we got.
Oh my
Roughly.
gosh, that's what I've been seeing all over Twitter. Oh no!
Captain America
Yeah,
movie.
that's what he looks like, Lily.
That's what he looks
it's
like.
supposed to be. You would never figure. Oh
In
my god!
Incredible Hulk. He was this. He started to grow the brain.
Gosh.
I would have accepted this that I had seen.
Bob's pulling.
That's how he should have looked.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
This
my
is what I
gosh.
started to see. I would have been okay with this. It's not great, but it sure as hell is better than what we got.
what we got. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Okay, I got to tell you, this was, I do not understand what Marvel is thinking. You want to sit there and you want to bring in, bring Liv Tyler back. Oh, guess what? We have Liv Tyler playing Betty Ross. Guess what? She was in it for 30 seconds.
Yeah, but that was a wonderful 30 seconds, Josh. That was a wonderful 30 seconds.
Oh my God. No.
Yes, it was. It
Then,
was.
beginning of the movie, so
She needed the elf ears, though.
think about it.
Yes.
We've seen General Ross since the Incredible Hulk in a multitude of movies, right? We saw him in Civil War, right? What else was he in that we saw him for? Was he in Wakanda? Any of those or no?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay. Well, anyway, he's never mentioned Betty. 3 minutes into this movie, Have you talked to my daughter? Like all of a sudden, he's trying to get this relationship with Betty. Ridiculous. Then you have this huge scene with the Red Hulk against Captain America. I am sorry. Red Hulk should be fighting the Green Hulk. If he's fighting Captain America, it should be Steve Rogers, who has the super serum, or as Bobby said, I'm giving Bobby credit, the other guy who was thrown in jail who also has the super serum.
Yeah, they had Isaiah Bradley from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier in the movie, and he gets like mind controlled and he tries to kill the president. But yeah, they could have actually it would have made more sense to have him fight Harrison Ford's character because he had a big problem with Harrison Ford's character, and at least he had the super soldier serum. But even then, it just I agree with you, Josh. It should have been the Hulk,
right? And then Lily, do you know how Red Hulk goes back to being Harrison Ford?
How?
Sam Wilson talks to him about the cherry blossoms and his daughter. And he magically comes back.
He has a therapeutic session.
And guess what, Lily? Guess what happens after that? Instead of, here is the Red Hulk who's full of gamma radiation. Guess what? He's all cut up. Harrison Ford is cut up. They have to take him to the hospital. He's the Red Hulk. He is the Red Hulk. He should not be injured.
Oh my gosh.
I half expected to see Sam walk up and say, "The sun's getting real low."
Yeah.
And then spreads his fingers across Harrison Ford's hand.
Oh my.
Let's get romantic. It's open Valentine's Day.
What they should have done in this movie, Lily, is they should have had Sam Wilson throw the shield at Red Hulk. Red Hulk catches it with ease, launches it right back at Sam Wilson, and you see a green hand come out and grab it, and it's the Hulk. And just looks at Sam Wilson, is like, "I've got this." And got the fight we've all been waiting for. Red Hulk versus Green Hulk. Why? Because Thunderbolt Ross is the Red Hulk, and he hates the Hulk.
You're giving them too much credit, Josh. They don't care what the fans want.
No, they do not care what the fans. You need to put it on your Twitter, X, whatever the heck you want to call it. What they want you to do is this. They're like, okay, this is the movie, Captain America. Do whatever you want with it. Don't worry about the comics. All three of us on this show, and probably you too, Lily, we love the comics. Stay true to the comics.
Well, they were, but something shifted. I sent a link to Bob of somebody that I follow that put up several pictures of Bucky where they were foreshadowing that he was going to be Captain America in the future. They had him in several films catching the shield, using the shield, and then they even started color coding him in clothes that was specifically blue and red.
Okay.
Like where he didn't need to be in those colors, but they started putting him in those colors because that's what they were going towards. Something shifted.
Yep.
And I'm pretty sure we all know what it was.
Oh yeah.
And like we don't need to say it, but we all know what happened. And now all of a sudden Bucky's out. We can't have that anymore. And now Sam Wilson is in. But yeah, they foreshadowed all of this from the beginning. This was something that they had planned. This isn't something that just happened. Because you can go back and watch that. Like somebody actually put up a bunch of screen caps of Bucky with the shield several times and him wearing those specific colors in his clothing where he didn't need to be wearing those colors. Like they could have put him in something gray or black or something that's more like, Bucky, Winter Soldier. No, he's in red and blue. That's intentional. So they meant to do that from the beginning. And then all of a sudden they said, you know what? We hate the fans. We're just going to do our own thing. And who cares about our plans that we had for years and years and years? Let's just shift, take a different course. And it's not working out for them, but they insist. So
this movie was not good. We knew it wasn't going to be good.
No.
None of us are surprised that it wasn't good. It was not good. The first part was okay. It flowed, and I was like, okay, maybe it'll be something. But then they don't care about us. They don't care about us. And I remember talking to Bob in 2019. He said, Josh, if they never do another superhero movie again, I'm fine with it because Endgame was that damn good.
It should have ended there.
And look what's happened. It's gone straight down.
Well, okay. Hold on.
Derek, I'm not done yet. What are you talking about? Hey, I'm hot about this. I'm as hot as the Red Hulk. This is ridiculous. How do you make a movie about the Red Hulk? And guess what? By the way, you guys said about the Red Hulk, Bobby said these words. He said you had all the marketing towards the Red Hulk. Do you know why it was so much marketing? So we would go and see this. Because honestly, if the Red Hulk hadn't been in this, I don't know if I would have seen it.
Nope. And then just to bring up a point that like Bob said, I'm actually looking forward to Thunderbolts 2. And you know what? I hope that it does so well to show everybody that people want to go see Sebastian Stan lead a movie versus whatever the heck we're getting right now with this Captain America.
So Lily,
yeah,
I wish you were on this pod a couple of weeks ago because we were talking about if all of 2025 was going to be just a flop, just a total mess for Marvel. Totally. Nothing was going to work. But I had 3 thoughts in mind about the fact that there's actually hope here. One was the Thunderbolts, because my hope is that it's going to take audiences by surprise. The second is Daredevil, which we know that that's a big plus on this show. The third is Fantastic Four, which I'm still like not sold at all with, but I'm not going to rule it out of the landscape totally at all. So with those 3, I think there's still a little bit of hope for Marvel here, especially with the fact of the Thunderbolts, because I really see an advantage, especially with Bucky as a character there. So to your point, there's really something that I think we can grab onto as fans here. And I really hope there is, because this was not a way to start the year at all.
I'm telling you right now, Bucky's not going to be pushed. Don't get your hopes up, everyone. It's going to be her name, Black Widow, or something.
I hate life.
Yeah,
I hate everything. I don't understand why I should be positive about life at any.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys have seen the poster, but on the poster she's front and center, and like Bucky's in the back.
Of course, Bucky's not going to be pushed.
And that was after they said that Bucky was like the de facto leader, and then the poster came out.
And it's her. Yeah.
Unreal. Okay. Oh, and let's not forget the greatest part of this movie. Harrison Ford riding a Peloton on Air Force One.
Oh, gosh.
How great was that?
Oh, gosh.
Are you kidding me? And
what I want to know is why the president is out on the middle of a warship anyway.
Yeah.
And why would he be there? And then number 2, they're going to war with Japan.
Yeah.
Like, and then you have a therapeutic session.
Was he
with Sam Wilson in what?
Was he president in the comics?
Who, Thunderbolt Ross?
Yeah, I don't think he was.
Well, then there's another problem, right? Like,
I don't know. Lily, do you know that story or no?
No.
I don't know.
And they have this therapeutic session with Thunderbolt Ross and Sam Wilson in the deep submarine cabin. Because I'm trying, damn it! Like,
and let's talk about the leader here for a minute. The leader,
I'd rather not.
In the comics, is a genius. He's as smart as Bruce Banner, and he is so smart that he is able to manipulate other characters to fight the Hulk, who are just as strong or stronger than the Hulk, the Abomination.
Yes.
You know.
We understand
Man, those guys. And what they did here, Bobby has said it himself. He said they made him look like a weakling.
Well,
I mean, do people know how to write these stories? Do they understand who these people are?
They used
2008 to see the leader. 2008.
They used to know how to write them, man.
I mean,
it was bad. I mean, I wish I could have said it was better, but again, I don't think it's their worst one. But like you said, Derek, this is a terrible way to start off the year, especially because they've been trying to spin it with the budget, how much they spent by saying that it's actually less. You don't have all these reports that it was like $350 million, and then all of a sudden it goes to 180 out of nowhere. And then also, you've got some of the actors, including Seth Rollins, who got cut from the film entirely, said that this movie is a different movie than the one he worked on. So it was extensively reshot, despite what the director is now saying. So it had a lot of problems from the get-go, and you throw in the controversy of Anthony Mackie saying the term America shouldn't be representative of Captain America.
It still was a bad story, Bob. No matter what, it was he could have not said that. It still was a bad story.
Well, no, here's the thing: is that I told you I was trying to give him or when we mentioned that on the show, I still try to give him the benefit of the doubt that he was just trying to play to an audience, a European audience. But regardless, it did have some backlash to it. So I think this it did well on week 1.
Yeah,
we'll have to see what it does on week 2. I'm predicting a pretty big drop.
Yeah,
because word of mouth on this has not been good.
I would say substantial drop, like off clip.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I've never seen anything, so I don't understand them. And when he turned into the Red Hulk, I was like, okay, not bad. We kind of see his calves getting bigger, and it's the first time you kind of saw the hands kind of move a little bit. It was cool. And he gets up and he does some stuff, which I was like, okay, but you can't have him fight that Captain America with no super serum. And don't get me wrong, I like Anthony Mackie. I like him as Sam
Wilson.
Sam Wilson
as the Falcon.
The Falcon. That's what I like.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
Sure.
When we were in the theater yesterday, we saw this at 4:25 yesterday afternoon. Now, during this week, generally around our part of town, this is when kids are out of school, right? It's ski week. So most of the time, there's a lot of families just out and about doing things. And you hope that there would be some, people in the theaters. You want to know how many people were in the theater when we saw this?
6?
5.
Wow.
2 of them were you?
5 people.
We were in a packed theater, by the way, you guys. Our theater, maybe the front row was not. The first 2 front rows were not busy. And I looked around because I think of you, Bob, packed.
Part of that though is also because of where you're at. They tend to go to the movies more often because when I went opening night, I won't say it was packed, but it wasn't empty either. I would say it was about half full.
Okay.
I looked because remember, Bob, we were going to go Thursday, so I was starting to look at tickets. It was pretty much full Thursday. I didn't look Friday, but Thursday was full, and then when we went on Sunday. So
yeah, and I think a lot of that has to do also again where you're at because they're in LA. They tend to go out that opening weekend. So
yeah.
Anything else that you guys got to say about the Hulk or Lily? Anything else you want to add?
Nope.
What a glorious time.
I'm just happy that I made the right choice and not watching.
You made the right choice here.
Well, look, we all knew it was going to be bad.
Lily, you made a smart decision as an adult.
Yeah, I'm not.
You knew it was going to be bad.
Us as dads could not be more prouder of Lily.
We knew it was not going to be a good movie. He's not Captain America. I'm sorry.
But thank you guys for watching this movie.
we're happy to take the heat.
Bring everyone the update on it. An honest take.
You know us, we're willing to go out and do the hard work.
You losers!
That's so good. Oh my.
All right.
All right, go ahead.
Well, before we get into the next topic, I have something special planned for us tonight, and we are going to be pulling out a segment that we have not done in a while.
I was just looking at our old one the other day. That is
so back when we first started this show, we started off. I was a few weeks into it with a little segment called "If They Made It,"
Oh my
where
god.
we take pictures of a couple of different celebrities or characters, and using some sophisticated computer equipment, we are able to determine what an offspring would look like. And because it has been a while, I thought tonight would be a good opportunity to go ahead and bring out this equipment and let's do it again. So tonight we are going to start this random character from the Mario movie and Carol Kane from the Princess Bride, because we know how much you love that movie, Josh.
Oh
And
yes.
so I, looking at this, I was curious, what would a child look like here? And let's go ahead and let's find out. All right, let's see what we got. Oh,
Oh my god.
Yep.
this kid looks pretty upset here. Pretty
That's
angry.
exactly what it is.
Liar!
Oh my gosh.
So
That's
yeah.
amazing.
Mhm.
Well, let's go ahead and let's do a couple more here. Let's try this. Dr. Evil and Florence Pugh.
Yep, we know where this is going.
One of these characters is a very well-known character from the Austin Powers movies. The other one's an up-and-coming actress who's been in some big hits lately. And let's go ahead and see what a child would look like here. All right, let's see here.
Yep, there it is.
Oh
Like how
my gosh.
this kid has the nose ring here. It's a little bit bigger than Florence Pugh's, but
Oh my gosh.
I don't know which is better, Bob's or Derek's.
Oh, mine's way better. Are you kidding me?
okay, this one's way better. So we're gonna go ahead and do one more here.
Oh, thank God.
Let's see. We're gonna try Ernest P. Worrell
Oh
and Rachel
Oh my
Zegler.
God.
We're gonna have Ernest, who's what an all-time great movie character, and one who's about to lay an egg at the box office. Our favorite Snow White. Let's see what we got here. All right, here we go.
I like Derek's better. I think Derek's is better.
No, this wins.
Oh my god.
I like how the hair's still sticking out of the hat there.
Oh man, that's so good. You look
As you can see, these are not doctored footage or pictures or anything. Only the finest on this show.
No,
Oh
that's
my gosh.
picture
This
quality.
is amazing.
So,
Look at that.
all right, so that was another segment of If They Made It. Hopefully, we'll pull it out next year again.
Did you do one for Lily?
No, I didn't do one.
No, we're not doing one for Lily. Leave her out of it.
Goodness, Josh.
Yeah. I'm like, unless you pick like Ariel and something.
Yeah, it would have been something like
Don't give him any
a
ideas,
princess,
Molly.
like in a princess dress or something like that.
Exactly. That's right.
Yeah. Just like do Ariel and then Darth Vader and
Oh man, that's actually not bad. That's pretty cool. Oh,
All right.
that was great.
So,
mhm.
again, that was If They Made It. Now let's go ahead and get into our next topic here.
Why did you have
Oh.
to do the newer one? Why
Nice.
couldn't you have just kept it with the old one and the movie?
Really, Josh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's enough.
All right. So next year, there's a new Masters of the Universe movie coming out, and there's some set photos that have come out here, and so we wanted to go ahead and take a look at these and see what we think. Share my screen. All right. Can we see those? Yeah. Don't know if I can zoom them up any. I don't think so. So here we got Prince Adam. Now, there have been rumors going around that the storyline is going to involve Adam being stuck on Earth when he was a kid and doesn't really, I guess, know where he's from or any of that. And so he kind of grows up on Earth, and I guess he ends up having to go back to Eternia. So that's kind of what the synopsis, at least the rumored synopsis, is. And these set photos kind of seem to confirm that. What I kind of like here is you at least got the pink color on him, and I'll give him credit. He's bulked up quite a bit. So, but I don't think really highly of this. Okay, so there's one picture. Here's another one. And I'll tell you the vibe I'm getting from these photos, and this actually has me worried here in a moment. There's the power sword. That looks kind of cool, though.
That was cool. I thought that looked cool.
You thought that looked cool?
Yeah.
But like, why is she carrying it like it weighs nothing, though?
Yeah, that looks like something my kids carry around at Disneyland.
Mm-hmm.
Very good point. So now we got the cops
Okay. Yep,
with him here.
That's healthy. That looks like a great shot. Can't wait.
And good Lord. So now you see him coming out, and he looks like he's like, oh geez, man.
Not good.
You know, I don't know. I'm kind of getting the vibe of like goofy Chris Hemsworth from the from the female Ghostbusters.
Oh my gosh.
Really?
That's the kind of the vibe I'm getting from this. I have this feeling they're going to turn him into a goof.
God, I hope not.
He's
So
here's
here's
cute,
another
though.
Lily.
What a joy.
That's why I'm awfully silent, because I'm like
so now we got the
observing
cops.
for research purposes.
So we got the cops here with him, and now we got them putting him into the car. I don't know, has he been drinking and been partying it up?
By
Maybe,
the way,
some drunken disorderly.
If this were Marvel, the guy putting him in, they would do a movie about him. Just saying.
I don't know. They might do a movie about this this lady cop. Like you said,
lady
I
Lily,
was about to say that was more like
Yeah, she's holding that sword like it doesn't weigh anything. What?
And then I guess another picture there. And there's the final one. So those are the set photos that we've got from the He-Man movie. What are your initial thoughts? Let's start with you, Josh. What are your initial thoughts here?
Oh God, I'm trying to remember back from our from our comments the other day. I'm like, I don't know if I should just wait. And like the way you were discussing the story and what I've been hearing online is that what do you call it? Why are they starting on Earth? You know, it's like go to Eternia, start out where you should be. Why do we have to go to Earth? I know that 1987 one with Dolph Lundgren and Frank Langella went to Earth with Courtney Cox and everybody else, but
I still like that movie. I really do.
I know
It's
I love that movie. I have
terrible, but I love it.
I don't know. It's just so hard to tell right now with like that set pick, and I like seeing the sword. And God, I mean, I was such a diehard He-Man fan growing up. I still have some of the toys back home in El Paso. My mom has them. So I'm hoping it'll be good. Will it be good? I don't know. I do like some of the cast, I believe. Can we pull that up, Bob?
Oh, let me see. Okay.
you like some of the cast.
Some of it didn't seem bad. No, because it's got what's her name?
All of it seemed bad. All of it seemed bad.
Okay, so you don't like. So don't go see it, Derek.
Okay, fine, Josh. Thank you.
We don't have to see. You don't have to see it.
All right.
Well, thank goodness this isn't communist China.
All right. Okay, here's what we got on the cast. I'm not sure. Can y'all read that?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to see Morena Baccarin as the sorceress. I think that could be cool. Jared Leto as Skeletor. No, he's going to show up in either all tattoos or CGI.
You got Camila Mendez as Tila, and
kinda
she
looks
looks
like
so
her.
much like
Okay with
Tila.
that? Okay, come on. Idris Elba as Matterarm. Really?
Uh,
Really? I'm done.
No.
I'm done.
he hadn't seen that yet.
I had not seen that yet. Really?
Yes, Idris
Yeah.
Elba is playing Man at Arms. Now, here's the only thing I'm going to give this casting choice. Idris Elba is a freaking good actor.
He
He
is.
is. That's true.
So maybe he can do something like what they did in Man of Steel with what's
Lawrence
his name?
Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White, where he was actually decent, or like Jeffrey Wright as James Gordon in the Batman,
Maybe
where
give him-
pretty good, because Idris Elba is actually a pretty good actor. So I did see, and I don't see it included here, but there was they just recently casted Ram Man too.
Oh, I heard that. Yes, and I like the look.
So
I like the look.
Allison Brie as Eva Lynn looks a little bit better, definitely better than Tila.
No, I think both of them look okay. I'm okay with both of them.
But she's got to have the red hair. They better at least give her the red hair.
Tila did not have red hair in '87. You were
But
fine
she
with
did
that,
for the majority of the cartoon, right?
right? But not in '87, and you were totally fine with that. She had
But
black.
is that the version that people?
Bob, you're quiet because you were okay with that.
You know, I got to look it up because I honestly don't remember what. Even in the new version, she had red hair.
More than likely, this one's going to have red hair. But let me see. I'm looking it up.
Okay, yeah, she had dark hair in the original film. But let's face it, come on, that movie had Dolph Lundgren as He-Man.
I'm looking it up, and the actress actually dyed her hair red.
Oh, so she did have the red hair. It was just kind of like
Really?
an off red or something.
Yeah, I'm looking at pictures right now, and it actually looks nice. I like this.
You know, Bob does a great impression of Dolph Lundgren in Masters of the Universe. It's fantastic.
It's not that good.
It's pretty good.
No,
Does it go?
who they casted as He-Man, I will say, at least he's bulked up for the role.
Yeah.
So I'll give him that.
I'm okay with
Again,
it.
they at least gave him a blonde wig.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. He's cute. I approve.
Lily. So happy about a movie that is so controversial.
all right, so
Guys, I saw Craven just to watch Aaron Taylor Johnson.
You saw Crave It. Was it as bad as everyone said?
yes.
No, she liked it. Oh, God. She paused.
We all see movies for different reasons, okay? Enough said.
Yeah.
All right?
You know what? It's because if a movie entertains me enough,
Wow.
and sometimes it's bad, I don't necessarily consider it like awful.
Wow.
Like there was enough in the movie where I was like, oh yeah, I'm into this. This is cool. Like they did a lot of cool stuff. It was just like the main storyline that some of it was just like, what? Like it just went off the rails bananas, and you're like, okay, what happened? Like the first 2/3 of the movie was going so well, and then all of a sudden it just, yeah, not even I could defend that. I was like, what? But yeah, I mean, it was entertaining. I saw it with my family, and they liked it too. So
Wow.
It's all right, Lily. We didn't watch Showgirls for the acting ourselves. Don't worry.
Oh,
yes, I mean, sorry, like we go watch them for attractive people sometimes.
No, look,
Yeah.
it's true. That's
Yeah,
what
it is true. It is
yeah,
true.
because
It's
when that
okay.
came out, all of us, we were all Saved by the Bell fans. You know, we were all still teenagers and like,
Oh
hey,
my
Jesse
God.
Spano's playing a stripper.
Hey, Well, and look. I mean, shout out because sipping the amber Thiessen is still one of the heartthrobs for many, many young men in this country.
Yeah.
Her
So
and Son-in-Law in the movie Son-in-Law. Oh my God.
All right. Well, see,
Oh,
you see what I mean? There you are, Lily.
God,
Forgive us. We just needed a moment.
No, that's totally me right now. Like if one of the actors is very attractive and I'm there.
She's
What
down.
did you think of
She's
those
down.
pictures, Lily?
I mean, all I can.
She's like, I love pink on a man.
Yes, I do. He's very secure with his manhood.
Well,
I
at least
mean,
he's wearing pink. Adam's supposed to be wearing pink. So
Yeah,
That's true.
I'm just happy that they did something with his hair where it didn't look super goofy, like it could have. Like it looks good, but to me, you know what? Like you were saying that it was giving you like they're gonna make him kind of goofy or whatever. That's kind of reminds me of the first Thor movie where he ends up on Earth and like he starts doing all these like goofy things, and that might be what happens here.
That's what I'm afraid of. Just from those pictures, I just got this feeling that
Who's directing?
Oh shoot. Let me look it up.
Probably J.J. Abrams.
Oh no!
Oh, it's not J.J. Abrams.
He's gonna rehash 87.
No, that's not
little breadcrumbs.
Travis Knight.
Basketball player.
Former
basketball
Let me
player.
see. Distributed by Amazon, MGM Studios, so it's going to be an Amazon film. Let me see what else he's done here. He did Bumblebee.
It's not even going to be released in theaters.
Be released in theaters.
I'm sure it's probably going to have like a dual release because it says that it's MGM and Amazon, so it's probably going to be both. So it's by Travis Knight, who directed Bumblebee.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Bumblebee.
Yeah.
I've never.
Okay, so I'm willing to give that a shot because I thought he was good with Bumblebee. Let's see.
He did
Box Scrolls,
Kubo, and the Two Strings.
Yeah, so there's a few stuff that he's done here. So yeah, but Bumblebee's the big one here.
He's got some credentials.
Oh,
for sure.
I really like the Bumblebee movie. That one's cute. I'm totally not biased.
Well, let's give it. Let's be as partisan as we can here. Let's give it an even playing field. Although I won't, based off the photos I just saw. But
yeah, okay. So what'd you think, Derek?
Let's hear it, Derrico.
Okay, that's fine. You know what? If Caleb had a cousin that you could imagine, that would be him. Does everybody remember who that guy is?
Who?
Kato Kalin?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to unsee that now.
From the OJ trial. Thank you, Derek.
That's him. That's that guy.
Oh.
All right.
Oh,
wow. I know you don't like hearing that, folks, but that's what it is. All right.
Oh, you gave a Kato Kalin reference. Not
yep.
good.
And if it really makes it hurt a little bit further, that mane is going to get chopped off at some point. And we've seen that photo too, haven't we, Bob?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know. Have we?
Yes,
no,
we have. Yes, we have. We have.
I can only imagine what's going to happen here.
So when that mane gets chopped off, and I remember I sent this to you guys.
You probably did, and I'm just not remembering it.
Ellen DeGeneres' cousin.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
I remember that now. Okay, yeah.
All right. So none of this is going to work out at all.
So we won't see it.
No,
we're going to see it.
Yeah, we're going to have to.
We're going to see it.
And Jared Leto is Skeletor?
It's not going to be good. Oh, he's going to have tattoos.
Do we have to go into my room and cry for a week before I see this?
He's going to have tattoos. I hope he's got purple and not just the black and white. I hope it's purple.
No. Just no.
We need the purple.
You watch. They're going to give him like a completely different look. I just have this feeling they're going to give him a different look.
And then Beastman will be a woman. Beast woman.
Yeah, they haven't casted Beastman yet, have they?
No, who knows if he's in it? Who knows?
I'm not impressed. I'm not the closest to impressed with any of this.
Okay.
Like at best, he's going to look like Jane Lynch's cousin by the time this is done. And I have no problem saying that. Josh, you've been waiting for this for a long time, and this is what you got.
I've been waiting for this since we were in college when I thought,
yet again. So there you go.
Thanks.
You know, I will say they've been trying to get a Masters of the Universe movie off the or out of production hell for quite some time.
It's like 1989, probably. Right? Weren't they going to do a sequel to Masters of the Universe?
Well, they set it up for a sequel because remember Frank Langella, he goes into the pit and then he comes out saying he'll be back.
By the way, he loved that character. He loved playing Skeletor.
See, people are going to hate me for this, but you know what I want to see?
What?
A Thundercats.
Oh, heck yeah.
Oh my gosh, that would be
100%.
so cool.
I've been waiting for that for years.
Yeah.
They talked about Brad Pitt playing Lionel.
That
was years ago. Yeah. At this point, he'd be too old. But
that was like
there was some type of like CGI that came out with that where it was Brad Pitt playing Lionel and Hugh Jackman playing a tiger. What's his name?
Tigress.
Tiger.
Oh, Tiger. Was it Tigress?
No,
Tigress was
the Bob. It was Tigra.
Tigra. Thank you.
Tigra.
It was Chitara. Yeah. It was the name of the female one. Yeah.
And then Mumra. Oh, Mumra. That would be. I always liked Mumra.
Mumra was a badass villain too.
Right. And then
that
when he became
nonsense.
Super Mumra, remember when he became like a giant?
Oh yeah, when he became the Super Mummy, he would act as like this little decrepit cane man, and then when it came time to really raise hell, that was him.
You're right, Derek. They need to make that.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine if they made that, but they made it correctly? How many people would lose their mind?
How badass would that be? That would be so great.
You know,
that's another episode for the pod here. If we
would
actually booked and cast that'd be great.
They would probably make Mumra the one who played in Wicked, the girl. She would be.
Well, she looks like Mumra now.
So much stuff.
I'm saying if we did it correctly, we don't have to.
It never be done correctly.
You know who? You get them a sandwich.
You know who I would pick to do that movie? The ones who did Cobra Kai, because I think they would do it justice.
Yeah.
Nah, that's a whole different animal.
Yeah, it is. It's not the same thing because Bob's right.
Thundercats.
It's funny though. You start singing the song there, Josh, and and I put the little intro together for the He-Man thing. It just popped into my head how good the theme songs were to all of these 80s cartoons.
Oh, they're so good.
The Masters of the Universe.
All of them were great.
Oh, God, those were so good. So good.
All right, so I think the jury's
we just don't know.
Okay, maybe the jury's not out on He-Man. These set photos didn't look very good.
No, we just don't know.
Hopefully when they actually are done filming and we see a trailer, maybe that'll change our minds and pique our interest a little bit. But as of right now,
it's too hard to say.
Too thrilled with what we're seeing. No. So, all right, let's go ahead and let's get into the final topic for the night.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be my turn to rant now. Oh gosh.
Oh, we'll get into that.
Yeah, we'll get into
it. So, when was it? On the 13th that it was that the final episodes of Cobra Kai released. We've been looking forward to that here on this show. A lot of people have been looking forward to it. Cobra Kai has been a solid show. Pretty much from the start. It's cheesy as can all be, but it's very enjoyable. And we've been looking forward to seeing how it would finish, especially given that cliffhanger at the end of episode 10 with that last set of episodes. So we saw the episodes. let's find out what we think. Derek, why don't you start us off on this one? What did you think of these 5 episodes here?
You sure?
Okay, you go
Lily
ahead.
sounded like she got some thoughts, so I don't want to.
Well, I want to give her the full reign.
Okay.
So
All right,
you go,
all right.
and then I want to hear what Lily says.
Okay, what's unfair first? Robbie gets screwed again. He just does, doesn't he? Lily, come on. That's the first thing I thought when I watched that. Man, he got screwed. So, okay. Let me take a step back. The way they introduced the tournament again was actually pretty cool. Like, I like the idea of how all the senseis have to agree. And it was a really cool story when there was one sensei that didn't agree, and of course Terry Silver, being the manipulative prick that he is, has to go to the dealership, get Johnny in the car, and drive him near to death.
Good.
Like, you better get him. I swear to God. Come on. What's the problem here? And then they get to the table at LaRussa's house, which you never thought would happen. And somehow it works out to get back to the tournament that needs to happen. And Terry Silver, who I never thought would do this, says, you pick the venue, you pick the refs, you do it all. It's all you. Very, very cool. I loved how it ends with Kreese and Silver, because that's the only way it could have ended. It's the only way it could have. There's no way with those two bad of guys. It has to end with those two fighting each other and ending where there can't be a winner. That was perfect. I love that. Have we done a spoiler alert on this one too?
Oh no! Here, let me go ahead and throw that in.
Go ahead.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
I think at this point we just like hearing that. So.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I love it.
Yeah,
so, point
great.
being, folks, here, Kreese and Silver are on Silver's boat, and the fight ensues to a point where a gas tank basically knocks over and starts setting the boat on fire, and Kreese lights his cigar on fire and decides to explode the boat. And that's pretty much it. How it ends for both the big villains in the Karate Kid movies.
Did you like that, Derek?
Yeah, I did actually, because it has to end with those two ending each other. The way the series ended.
Yeah.
And the way the series what's the word I'm looking for? The way the series transfolds throughout the whole thing, the way they became villains towards each other, it had to end that way.
Yeah.
Where they killed each other, because those were the heads of the snakes. That was it. And the only way those two were going to end were with each other. That was it. And that's how it got done. So that was perfect.
They went up in a blaze of glory, right?
Exactly. That was the blaze of glory.
They went up in a blaze. They didn't go up in glory.
Well,
That's
true.
glory.
They went up in their own blaze of glory. What they
Terry
thought
was gonna die anyway, though, right? Like he had.
Terry Silver was going to die.
Yeah.
Yes, he was going to die anyway.
And that was the whole thing. Was that Kreese? That was actually kind of the magic of it. Was the Kreese realized, I'm at the end of the road. I don't have anything else here. I got one more fight in me. He knew what that fight was. He knew he couldn't be the good guy anymore. There was no chance of him being a good guy. He just had to say thank you to the people that matter to him. One was Johnny, one was Tori, and then you get on Terry Silver's boat and find him. That's it. That was his life. And very sad, that one, but beautifully done character-wise. And then in addition to that, really wonderful stuff when it came to Danny and Johnny at the end of it, because when that was what I loved, when Danny was trying to catch the fly with the chopsticks, and then Johnny just went, got it. No mercy.
No mercy. It was so
And
good.
the beauty of this show is the fact that it all brings it back around, and it did in spades on this one. And do I have a problem with the fact that Robbie lost? Yes, I do. Do I have a problem with the fact that Miguel had to get in there and beat Axel? I think is his name.
Yeah, Axel.
Okay.
Yeah,
there's that.
of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
Uh-huh.
The rage
And
is
then,
building. It's building.
Yeah.
It's building.
Oh.
I didn't know that. Oh my.
All right. I'm gonna get done here and let Lily go because she has some thoughts.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, what you love about this show is the fact that it really does tie all the elements together in terms of history and present, and it did the best job it could doing that. Now, there's obviously some thoughts in terms of how that went down. I have some disagreements with you, Lily, in terms of how Robbie should have ended out with all this as well, in terms of being a winner. But what I will say is that here's what I do stand. The trailer for Karate Kid Legends. I saw that in the theater with my son yesterday in terms of trailers and what he's looking forward to. And I got to tell you, we were both looking forward to that one. So It did set up a nice way to get into that motion picture coming up.
Hey,
So,
Garrett.
Yeah.
Quick, I hate to cut you off. In the trailers, did they show the Superman trailer in your theater?
No, they didn't.
Oh, okay, weird. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So that's me. I'll end it at that.
All right. Lily. Let it out.
I don't know if you guys want to go first, and then
No, go.
Go for it, Lily. Let it out.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, man. Okay. So first of all, I didn't finish watching it. I have no idea what happened after the middle of episode 13. Bob was there.
Wait a minute, you stopped watching it?
I got such a rage blackout over this scene, over Robbie losing again for the 6th season.
I had a feeling Lily was going to do that too.
I got so angry that I just didn't care what happened after that.
Oh my god!
No,
I kid you not, Josh. She sends me a message. She's like, "They did it again to Robbie. That's it. I'm going to bed."
No, the minute I saw that, I'm like, Lily's going to be pissed. Super
Yeah.
Lily.
I'm so angry, and this is why. This is why. Okay. Now that you're telling me about Miguel, because obviously I didn't finish watching it, right? So now that you're telling me, this all makes sense. I am so tired of this happening every single season, where Miguel always ends up the winner, no matter what.
No, but Robbie, he was a winner.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Lily.
He always comes up short and he never wins. And that BS little conversation with Johnny where he's like, well, at least I'll know that I'm better than everyone and I'm a winner, like in my heart. And it's like, shut up, Robbie. Like, you know that you could have kicked his ass. Like, you know you could have beat him, but he had to play dirty. Like, no, Robbie. Like, it made me so angry because the first part of the season starts to set it up, right? Where they're like, no, like he has no chance. And like what's their names? They build like this thing for him that's like VR, where he's watching like Miguel and he's supposed to be Axel, and like he has to get better, and they're training him. And then Robbie has this moment where he completely gives up, and Miguel goes after him, and he gives him like this inspirational talk where he's like, dude, like, you're just gonna give up, like this and that, blah, blah, blah. What was the point of all those scenes then? What was the point? Retrospectively, like going back and watching everything that happened from the last season, because Robbie still felt that he was never good enough. And Miguel still had to talk to him about it and say, like, no, dude, like, you won being like our captain, fair and square. Like, you're this good. Like, you need to believe in yourself. And that was the whole point of the last, like, this entire season, is that you're watching someone who grew up from the beginning, from the very first season all the way to season 6. He's not the same person anymore. He started off like this bad kid. Every single adult in his freaking life failed him. There was a point where Daniel didn't care about him. Johnny was too busy being a dad to Miguel. His mom basically threw him away, and she left with some man. He ended up in juvie. The only person that he got close to was Kreese, of course, because he offered him something that he never had, somebody who cared about him. Finally, he faced him, and he said, you know what? No, you're not going to control me. I'm going to be my own person. And that's where he started growing up. He started realizing that he's his own person. He doesn't have to listen to all these other people. He changed. He even changed the way that he was with Miguel. They became friends. He fixed the friendship, like his dad. He fixed all of these other things. Like, he finally felt like he had a future. You built him up all the way to season 6, where finally he gets to be a captain. He gets to shine. He finally has that confidence in himself. And what do? They do it again. Why? And then to have Miguel have to step in and be a superhero again? Really? So you
not
have
only
to send,
Lily, not only
like,
does
you
he,
have, oh my God.
not only does he step in, but what they end up doing is that Sam pulls out of the event because Miyagi-Do has no chance at winning. So Miguel replaces the male captain on Cobra Kai, and Johnny becomes the sensei for Cobra Kai. So it's Cobra Kai up against the Iron Dragon. So you got Tori and Miguel fighting for the championship.
Oh my God, that is so stupid.
And of course,
sorry, that is so stupid.
Of course, they end up.
So
yeah, they
stupid.
end up winning.
That is so stupid. That is so stupid. Oh my God.
Oh, I better leave. Oh my God.
This is why. Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's a good thing.
Wait, Lily, hold
didn't
on.
finish
Take a
watching
breath.
it.
Let us know what you really think.
Oh my God.
Oh, Lily's gonna kill. I might have to skip out on this one.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah.
I
That's
can't.
fantastic.
I can't. They've done this to Robbie every single season. Like, they always built up Miguel at the expense of Robbie. And that doesn't sit right with me, because they've been working on this character arc for him. I feel like Miguel hasn't changed. He stayed the same. His character has stayed the same throughout all these seasons, and he's supposed to be the new Karate Kid, right? Because he's the one that, like, they were training at the beginning, blah, 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 whatever. But Robbie's the one that's had a complete character arc. He's not the same person as when he started. It's so dumb to me. Like, if they were going to do this at the end, where, yes, Miguel was going to shine finally at the end of the season, they should have had Robbie win something in the middle. But the fact that every single time that he fought, he lost. And then you finally have all these moments where people are, like, motivating him and trying to help him, like, see that he's capable and that he's talented and that he's good and he can win, only to make him lose again. Oh my gosh. And then you're telling me that Miguel has to, like, go, oh my God, for Cobra Kai. This is so dumb.
Yeah,
so
and then
Sam doesn't even get to fight. Sam doesn't even get to fight, and she's freaking Daniel's daughter. Are you kidding me?
But Johnny got to fight at the end.
Gosh.
Johnny
Oh
fought
my
the other
God.
side.
Johnny gets to fight Sensei Wolf because they end up in a tie, and so they have a tiebreaker fight between the senseis. And so
Beautiful.
Daniel becomes Johnny's sensei for Cobra Kai. And so you see everybody in a Cobra Kai gi at the end. Yeah, it just,
Oh my god.
yeah, I've got some thoughts on all of that here in a minute.
Which is what made Josh happy.
For me, it ended. For me, in my head, it ended that Robbie won.
No, I will tell you this, Lily.
Like,
when it's all said and done, it does at least end well
boy.
for Robbie. So you remember how earlier in the season they said that he didn't have a future in karate? They were saying that when he was trying to get back into school to see how whether he could graduate and whatnot, and that principal was saying that he doesn't really have a future in karate. He needs to think of something else. Well, he ends up getting a karate deal anyway, to where he becomes like a, what is it, like a spokesman or spokesman for the tournament and stuff like that.
Spokesman.
Yeah. So what they do is they take both him and Tori sign deals, and you see them at one point selling merchant or advertising merchandise and taking promotional photos and giving autographs and stuff like that. So he ends up making money off of it.
Oh my god! So he's like he's the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Hold on,
but yeah. But at least he ends up having a future.
What happens?
Karate, so.
What happens to Miguel?
He gets accepted to Stanford, and Sam decides she wants to go to Okinawa to do like a study abroad. What is it, for like a year or something like that? And you see him at the end. He's going to go with her for the first couple of weeks to get her settled in, and then come back and go to Stanford.
Oh my god! Whatever.
She sounds like she's totally on board.
Yeah, oh my gosh. No, like just ask Bob. I was so mad that night that he was like, well, it ends really well for Robbie. And I was like, I don't care. I'm going to bed. Good night.
Yeah, she was bad.
Yeah. I was like fuming. I was so mad.
When she got the message, I was like, I sent one back. I was like, I've been waiting for this because I knew it was coming.
Yep.
Oh gosh, yeah. It was like full rage blackout. I don't know who else I was talking to that night. Like one of my other friends, they also got like the full brunt of it too. I was like, oh my god. Like I can't believe what they just did.
I feel like on Lily's nightstand, what she thinks about this is like a piece of wood. It's like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Lily, be honest with us. Do you have a crush on Robbie Keane? Is this what this is about? Do you have a crush on the actor?
Who cares if she does?
Yeah.
Let's your business now. Shut up.
You're very passionate about this.
Shut up, Josh.
It's because I really enjoy a good underdog story. And I feel like in this whole thing, he's the one that had everything against him. And he managed to come out on top each time. Miguel from the beginning always had a loving family. Johnny came into the picture to train him. Like he never had a moment where he wasn't supported by someone. Whereas Robbie, that was the complete opposite. And me being the nurse that I am, I care deeply for people who are like that, who always try to make themselves better. And who always try to, it's that thing inside of me where I love to see that. I love to see someone who's like, you know what? This is the situation. These are the cards that I've been dealt. And I'm not just going to fall into these patterns. He could have just turned into like a troublemaker, been in and out of jail. Like his dad's an alcoholic and his dad's like a loser or whatever. So now I'm going to be a loser too. And like, no one cares about me. So I'm going to get into all these bad things. And he doesn't do that. He does the complete opposite. That's the underdog story. That was your underdog story. That's the inspirational story.
Well said.
That's what inspired me. That's why he was my favorite character. Because from the beginning, I was like, you know what? Yeah, he did start off a little bit like rough, and understandably so, because all these adults who are supposed to be the ones that are guiding him in his life. There's even a moment where I forgot what season it was where Daniel, I don't remember what he said, but I was even so mad at Daniel that during that episode, because I was like, you're the adult, dude. Like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, something happened and he was like, well, I don't have time to deal with Robbie. Like, he's not my kid, so I don't care. And you're like, Oh my God. This is literally why this kid is in this situation, because there isn't a single adult who gives a shit about him.
Hey, watch
Whereas
your mouth.
whereas Miguel, yeah, like, oh no, oh my gosh, poor little Miguel, poor little Miguel. Everybody needs to support him and love him because poor Miguel. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, yeah. Fine.
Oh. All right.
So yeah, that was your underdog story. They picked the wrong person.
And I knew you were going to feel that way. Like I said, I was just waiting for it because I knew it was coming because I know how much you like that character.
Yeah, I'm
And,
not gonna finish. I'm not gonna.
And you know, and I told Josh and Derek because I heard the rumor about it beforehand, and I had mentioned it to him what the rumor was because somebody leaked it, and I thought it was just a rumor, but it turned out it was an actual leak saying that he had had his leg broken, and that Miguel would step in, and I was like, oh God, please don't let this be true. And
It's like, please
sure
don't
enough,
let this be true. Lily's gonna.
and then when I saw it, I was just like, oh, wow. So we got Lily's thoughts here.
Yeah.
Josh, the man who thinks that Cobra Kai does no wrong. So so tell us about how they did everything right here on the last 5 episodes.
I'm gonna.
Go ahead.
I don't think Lily's going to talk to me after this, so I'm nervous, so I might just not
Probably
say
not.
anything and
Do
just.
you want me to step away from?
No, you're good. You stay right there and you let him have it.
No. Yeah, just hear everything he's about to say because we're going to give you every right to combat this. So go ahead.
Okay.
So, Lily, I love you. You know I love you.
Shut up, Josh.
But this whole
It's
Rob
fair.
thing, he got the proper send off.
No.
He did not have to. Let me explain. You had your chance to explain. The series started with Johnny and Miguel. And I just want to get this out of the way because I did not say this. Bobby said this. Miguel is the Karate Kid of this.
Okay, hold on. Let me give it some context. Hold on. Let me give it some context because again, you only give half of the statement.
No, I just
the full statement was they screwed Robbie over. I understand why they did it simply because Miguel was supposed to be the Karate Kid of this series. I don't like it though. That's the full statement.
Well, this is the deal. It started out with Miguel and Johnny. That's where the chemistry was. Robbie was down on his luck. He was stealing. He was hacking into computers, but he came back. And yes, he did fight. And maybe he didn't win the tournaments, but at the end, he won his father's heart. They got that relationship back, which is so important. He was able to go in and go be with Tori and be in love with Tori. And then they're now together doing these signings and everything. So I really had no issue with that. I thought they did it the right way. I love the ending with Johnny having to fight the other instructor. He came full circle. And let's not forget that.
Hold on, Josh. I just want to ask you a question.
Why are you interrupting me?
It's because I just want you to clarify something here. Because you mentioned that even though Robbie didn't win,
yes,
that he still got all these great things.
Yes,
but you wanted to see Johnny win because you said he needed that. And just in your mind, because I just want you to clarify why is it okay that one character didn't get it and then the other one did?
Because Johnny had to live with this guilt for over 30 years. And
okay, so now Robbie's gonna live with this.
No, but Robbie is happy. Johnny was never happy. Johnny was not a happy character. And now he's got a new wife. He's got a new baby. He's got he's got a stepson now, and he's got his real son who he's back with. And he was able to win a tournament and get Cobra Kai going again. This was all about Johnny Lawrence. This whole series was about Johnny Lawrence. It was not about Robbie. I don't even think it was about Miguel. This was about Johnny coming back and resurrecting his character and being confident again. Like, this show was not about.
That's a tough sell, Josh.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to stick by it, Derek.
Okay, all right.
I think this really is about Johnny and everything that he went through. And then you thought in the middle of the show, oh God, here he goes, going down that slippery slope again. But it was amazing. And that talk, by the way, we haven't even mentioned. How great was that? Did you see it, Lily? The talk he had with Kreese when they're both crying. Did you see that?
Wait, what?
Which part? What do you
Yeah,
mean?
there's a scene where Kreese comes to the tournament, and before he leaves the tournament, Johnny sees him leaving and goes to talk to him.
Oh,
And,
that's
no! I literally stopped like after Johnny.
Really checked out. That's it. No,
Yeah, right after Johnny and Robbie had that conversation in the locker room, I turned it off and had my rage blackout and went to bed and forgot about it.
It was. I will give.
It was amazing.
Give him this. I think that was a pretty good scene because you got Johnny talking to Kreese, saying how he was like a father to him. He loved him, and you
turned his back on him.
And you have Kreese having to basically say he was sorry for everything that he had done, and they have a moment together where it's where I think it's pretty good. I will give him that. That was pretty good.
Actually, that was one of the most wonderful things about the series was the fact that Kreese was able to say his goodbyes.
Yes.
Like he's like, no, I'm bad. I know I'm no good, and I'm just gonna say goodbyes to the people I care to the most. They're still here, and he did it beautifully too.
He did.
And then it's him and Silver.
Him and Silver to fight. They end up fighting each other on Silver's yacht, and basically Kreese throws his cigar, and it lights up the whole yacht because it hits some.
The gas
tanks.
Yeah.
And they go out in a blaze of glory, Lily.
Went out in a blaze.
No, they weren't a blaze. It was not a blaze of glory.
It was glory because here you had two guys who were in Vietnam who loved each other.
Shut up, Josh. It was a blaze. That's it. Done.
It was a blaze of glory.
Maybe if both of them were willing to fight to the death, Silver was not trying to die. He wanted to go see his legacy.
No,
complete.
I think he wanted to die. I think he was
so. No, he wanted his legacy to complete.
Why do you think he was so mad when he threw his pills up against the wall? It's because he couldn't control himself taking them.
I love the scene.
Much like red ass Harrison Ford in Captain America.
I love the scene. I thought it was great. I love the whole series. The whole series was fantastic, and the whole series.
Okay, good. Let's cuddle.
You know what, Jared? Shut up, okay? I love this series. It came out during Rise of Skywalker, and like Bobby said, this is how you make a movie. This is how you make a movie. Now they can take any of those characters, they could do a Robbie movie now. Lily would love it. Go do a Robbie movie.
All right. You got anything else before I get into my thoughts here?
I mean, what's really funny is that just right now, one of my friends texted me and he's like, "Hey, so I understand why you're mad about Robbie." Like, but it's worth finishing the series and it ends well for him. So I have all these people trying to convince me to finish it because it's okay.
It's so good. Look, it's like let me tell you, the guys and I grew up. We liked certain wrestlers, pro wrestlers, and there was a wrestler called Jake the Snake Roberts. And he never won the world title, and he didn't need to. Robbie did not have to win something.
That's your convincing argument for her to watch this?
Yes.
Well, if you're going to use that argument, then Johnny didn't need to have a fight at the end to win.
Yeah.
He already got a wife, a kid. He had reconciled with Daniel.
But he lost that match against Daniel.
Shut up, Josh. Enough.
It's such an illegal with the kick. And
enough. You fail. You fail.
You know what? You fail.
Okay.
Josh, it's because, oh my gosh. It's because this is like basically the same thing with Johnny. Like, Robbie really wanted this because this was something that he had that he finally was able to accomplish. Like he worked so hard to be able to beat this Axel guy, and like Miguel without any training or anything automatically like beats him because he's just better than everyone. Like, does that sound familiar to you? A Miss Ray Skywalker? Like,
Yep.
Really? I'm sorry. I'm
All
sorry,
right.
but Miguel was just like the wonder kid from the beginning. Robbie actually had to
he
work
worked his
harder
butt
for
off. He worked his butt off. He had asthma and he got his butt kicked constantly. Robbie came in and was stealing, and he was a robber, and he was a thief. Miguel literally worked his butt off and got his
Robbie
butt
didn't?
kicked.
And Robbie did,
Yeah, I was about to
especially at
say,
the
that's
end with Axel.
He did, and he probably should have won, but I understand why he didn't. Because
Oh, School of Promise by Josh Saparsek. Thank you so much.
he did not need to win because he was already going to be successful. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, but we didn't. But we
So
didn't know
first of all,
that.
Josh,
Though.
you're full of crap as always. Secondly, can I just say one thing about this?
No.
Go ahead.
Shut up. We watched the trailer for Karate Kid Legends.
Yes, you've said that 4 times already.
Yes, and I'm going to say it
Oh,
again.
shut up.
And I got to tell you, I'm going to see that still. I'm not denying that. And I'm going to take Dominic to see it too.
That's
And
cool.
I think it's going to be a great movie. So, this series may not have ended the way that we wanted it to, but it was so a powerful one. And we're going to get some hopefully good stuff for the movies this summer. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And the reason I want to throw that out there is to make sure that people get to the theaters, because I had a lot of fun last night taking my oldest to the theaters. So
nice.
So let me tell you what I thought of this.
Oh crap!
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
let's start with the first episode, in
Mhm.
which Sensei Kim decides to pull a Jake Skywalker and murder her uncle or her grandpa in his sleep.
Oh,
Yep,
my
that's
God.
right.
I'm like, what the heck is this?
Oh my gosh.
I was like, where did
Oh,
this
God.
come from?
Mhm.
And I love that character. Don't get me wrong. I like her a lot. She's cool. But I was like, really? They're gonna murder her grandfather, and then she still ends up killing him. I was just like, really?
He's a young guy too, by the
She's
way.
legit a murderer. Does she at least end up with Chosen?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
But-
Okay, good.
Speaking of Chosen, if you ever wondered what a date between Chosen and Jesse Spano would have looked like,
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
I did see that. Yeah, that was so
Oh,
awkward.
God.
That's something I didn't want to see ever.
Yeah, that was bad news.
Oh.
That's-
I'm like,
Ugh.
and I get what they were trying to do. They were trying to have these characters from two different like worlds, and then all of a sudden they're talking about storage wars.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah. Sometimes the show goes a little.
And that's the thing, is that I've been saying that about the 10 episodes prior to this, is that this season is extremely cheesy. Where it's finished, I would rank it as the second lowest season, at least for me. Now, as far as the ending goes, I hated what they did with Robbie. Again, I understand the choice because of because they wanted Miguel, but I think there was another way they could have done it and given Robbie his victory. Heck, Hawk even got a victory at a tournament, and yet
Yeah.
over Robbie.
Mhm.
And that was because Robbie, if you watch that fight, he got distracted looking at what was it? He was looking over at Kenny, and then he ends up losing that fight to Hawk in season 4. So I'm like, at some point, I wanted to see him get that tournament victory, but he always ends up in second place. He's like me in fantasy. I just
Yeah.
couldn't get over that hump. And then when it comes to everybody joining Cobra Kai, there at the end, like people in this show jump dojos like it's musical chairs or something like that.
Yeah.
One season they're in Cobra Kai, the next season they're in Miyagi-Do, then they're in Eagle Fang, then they're back in Miyagi-Do, and I'm just like, it's the jumping around. I was getting kind of old. Now I do think it was kind of cool that they did finish in the Cobra Kai gear, but it was just like so random. And they gave some stupid answer for it. Like the Iron Dragon Sensei he's like, how is it that Miguel and Johnny can just go to Cobra Kai? And Silver's like, well, they were Cobra Kai once before. I'm like, yeah, but they're not now. And like 5 minutes later, everybody's just like, oh yeah, they can jump in. And I was like, it was cheesy, and that was the problem that I had with it. The fight between Silver and Kreese, I really didn't have a problem with that. They ended up killing each other. Well, shouldn't say that because Kreese actually did the killing. But they blow up on their boat, and then the only thing you hear about them again is the next day or in the next episode, the Iron Dragon Sensei is like, well, where's Silver? And you never hear anything about it again. Not like a report that, hey, Silver's boat blew up and he's dead or nothing like that. It was
Karate
just
Kid Legends. He'll come back in Karate Kid Legends.
he was dead. Or he had like 6 months to live or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe he found he's a wealthy guy. Maybe he found a cure.
Oh
Okay,
no.
Josh.
No,
So
I'm way off pace.
yes, you are.
Stop.
So I had a problem with that, how they handled it, not the fact that they did each other in, because I kind of agree with you, Derek. That was kind of set up that way.
Yeah.
That they were going to do each other in. It was just how it happened, where I was kind of like, what?
It was cheesy.
Yes. The actual finale, where you have Johnny fighting Wolf and you got Daniel giving him the speech. I thought that was okay. I didn't think Johnny needed it, but I wasn't fine. I was okay with him getting a hero's moment. I didn't think it was necessary, but I disagree with you, Josh, that it was no, let me finish. I disagree with you that it was the completion of a character arc, because you had mentioned to me that he came full circle and completed his arc. I don't think so. I think he had already gotten the redemption by reconciling with Daniel. His life was going in the right direction. All of that, he already got that. This was just to give him a hero's moment. And I was okay with that. My favorite part was the final scene. Maybe the last 10 minutes. Or maybe not even the last 10 minutes, last 5 or 6 minutes, where you see Johnny training a new generation of Cobra Kai or the next group. And some of the students like Kenny, Anthony, Devin, they're still there in Cobra Kai. And you finding out that he's partnering with Daniel, and they're actually training under both styles. And so I thought that was kind of cool, because he says, we realize that not one style is actually correct. Both have its benefits. And so they were kind of training the students together. And then they mention in the final scene where they say, okay, well, why don't you take this student to be in Cobra Kai, and I'll take this student to be in Miyagi-Do for the next All Valley tournament. And so I thought that was kind of cool that you see that they're working together and have a partnership. And I think that actually does set up the movie, because in the trailer for the movie, you see Jackie Chan come to Daniel saying, I'm looking for you. I'm not looking for Sensei Miyagi. And it could be because of Miyagi-Do's performance as an up-and-coming dojo in the Sekai Taikai that Daniel got notoriety, and that's how Jackie Chan heard of him. I'm just spitballing. Maybe that's how. But that would seem to make sense. And so I thought that kind of set up, or at least opened the door for the movie. And then, of course, the final scene I thought was pretty cool, where you see Daniel trying to catch the fly. And then Johnny, like you said, Derek, just comes up and smashes it. It's like no mercy. And then that's how it ends.
Yep.
So I like that final scene. But as a whole, I thought it was one of the weaker seasons. I thought it was very cheesy. And some of the choices left my head scratching. Sensei Kim does end up with Chosen, Lily, like you had asked. You see at the very last episode, Chosen show up there at Sensei Kim's there where she's training her students, and he walks up. So I mean, that's kind of cool.
Well, at least.
yeah.
Gosh.
But as a whole, this is just a cheesy season, and it's like cheesy from the get-go. You have that guy Gunther, he's out in the middle of a hut, like on this deserted beach, out of nowhere. Nobody's gonna find me here. And then all of a sudden,
that's so random.
I'm like in the middle of nowhere. I'm like, what the heck? He's just out there getting a massage, and I'm like, it's just real random, real cheesy stuff. I really felt with this season as a whole that they ran out of a lot of ideas. I still think season 5 probably should have ended it, and maybe they should have just closed up a couple of storylines in season 5. But I mean, it still had some entertaining moments throughout the season, but it was one of the weaker seasons in my opinion.
Yeah, I get it.
I want to see a young Kreese and a young Silver post-Vietnam.
Origin stories. Here we go.
Not origin story.
See, Lily, Josh loves his origin movies and series and stories. So
no, I just think it would be cool. I would love to see. What's the other thing I told you guys that I would like to see? A
Robert Downey Jr. Origin story about Dr. Doom.
I give up. Okay, okay. I said to you both, we need Dr. Doom. That's all I said. I didn't say Robert Downey Jr. should play Dr. Doom. All I said was we need Dr. Doom.
Okay, that's fine. You want to snuggle?
No, you kept saying we need Robert Downey Jr. and we need Dr. Doom. And then sure enough, they combined the two.
I didn't need them to mesh.
Be careful what you wish for.
Exactly.
You just might get it.
I think Lily wants a Robbie standalone film.
Well, actually, I was just doing some Googling right now.
Yeah.
That they're planning some spin-offs. I'm not really too sure if it's actually going to happen, but that one of the ones they plan to do is Robbie. So
there you go.
Let's start somewhere.
Gotta start.
And that could be interesting because
I'm really mad. Like, apart from me being like a nurse and a nurturer and like all of that stuff, I'm very competitive too. Okay. This is why my parents took me out of sports when I was young, because I was a very bad sportsman. Like, if I lost, like, there was a problem. And everyone else was the problem, not
Just
me.
went to hell.
Yes. So they had to pull me out of sports and put me into the arts because there was less of a chance of violence.
That's funny.
In theater, in marching band, in choir.
Hey, I was very competitive as well. I was the star quarterback in my high school.
Yeah.
You know,
you were not competitive.
No.
So yeah, so I understand. Like, I get it. And Robbie is a much better person than I would have been, because oh my god, that would have been such a big problem for everybody. So yeah.
What's your favorite, all of you? What's your favorite scene in the entire series? Do you have one?
Favorite scene?
Yeah. Is there
when they do the the remake of Coming in the Air Tonight, when LaRusso and Johnny decided to join dojos together.
Okay.
At the end of season 3. Yeah, I think that was my favorite. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I agree. That was awesome. And right after, when Kreese picks up the phone to call Silver, right? And then he goes,
yep, that's it. And they bow to each other, and that's the first time they've ever done that.
Yep. That was awesome. Bob, what about you?
I've got quite a few that I like, but if I have to pick one, I'm going to go back to the first season.
Okay.
And it's right after Robbie got injured by Hawk, and he's sitting in they're in the locker room trying to stretch his arm out. And that's when Daniel comes up to him.
That's spicy. Oh my God.
No, hold on. I'm not even talking about the humor part. But where he just walks up to him and he says, you remembered your lessons. You remembered to have balance. And
oh, Derek.
Excuse me.
Oh God, Derek, you didn't mute. Oh my
Yeah, that 9 o'clock train is coming through right now.
God.
Yeah, he turned off the camera but forgot to mute the mic.
Oh, that was great. You were setting it up to be this great, like, motivational.
Yeah,
Just killed a bunch of right there.
That's great.
you ruined it for me, Derek.
I apologize.
No, but I like that scene because Daniel, because remember, Daniel had just found out the episode before that Robbie was Johnny's son and that he had been lying to him. And so they kind of reconcile there at that moment. And I just think it's a beautiful scene. But the other part I like about that scene is that you hear the music from the Karate Kid movies in that scene. And it just it's just a really good scene, and it really brought me into the movie at that point. Or I think it was at that moment that I really felt like that this is a continuation of that, because I'm hearing the music and everything from the movie, and it just I just really like that scene.
Well, see, that probably meant that they totally that they totally buckied Robbie.
Yeah.
He was supposed to be the Karate Kid, and they fumbled it.
Yeah, well, because they kept setting him up every season. He was getting better and better.
They did. That's why I'm like, and they do intentional things like that to kind of like tell the audience, like subconsciously, like this is what we're setting up. Like the music is intentional. Like sometimes what they wear is intentional. Like, do you pay attention to those kinds of things? I thought that's where they were gonna go with it, and they never did. I thought that like Miguel coming in was kind of like to distract us, but at the end it was going to be Robbie, because he is Johnny's son, and he was going to actually win everything the way that Johnny couldn't. And
because he had the balance that Johnny
because he has the balance that Johnny didn't, because he started training with Daniel first. So that's where I thought they were going to go with it, because I was like, yeah, this would be like such a great thing to bring it back, that even if the father couldn't accomplish all of this, his son can. But they didn't. It was all about Miguel Skywalker, Ray Skywalker. So like, whatever. I just don't care.
Well, even though you're mad at it all, Lily, to answer Josh's question, do you have a favorite scene of the whole series?
Yeah, when Miguel didn't get captain for the Psychi.
Wow.
Everything's bad, Miguel.
You know, she didn't even think about it. She just wham.
Well,
I'm in full Kendrick Lamar.
You are.
I'm gonna go back and watch the scene where he broke his neck when he fell off the
Yes. Play that at my funeral.
Yeah.
I already know which one yours is, Josh.
Just kidding.
Go ahead and say it.
No, you know what?
I'm
Actually,
going to say it.
No,
But hold on, Lily. Go ahead.
See how well you movie. To see if you're right or not.
Actually, oh man, I really don't. It's because there were so many. It probably had to do with Robbie, but I don't remember anymore. So I'm just gonna say this one that stuck out for this last this current season. I really loved where Johnny finally married Miguel's mom at the hospital. I thought that was so cute, because he did have like everybody that he cared about like with him. And it was so cute when he brought in like the violinist and all that stuff, because I could just imagine how everybody was panicking in the car trying to make their way over to the hospital. And I thought that was so cute that like she's going into labor and everything. And he's like, oh my gosh, I know, like we have to do this like in a hurry, but like, will you marry me? And I don't know. I just thought that was super cute. And like they finally became a family. And that was the one time I didn't hate Miguel, because he's part of the family.
The ones.
Yeah.
All right, Bob. What do you think? Which one?
No. Go ahead and say it. I'm just curious if I'm right.
No, I want to know. You say it, and I'll tell you if you're right or wrong.
It's going to be the Daniel and Miyagi fight.
No.
I'm surprised. That's the one I really thought it was going to be.
No, the first time that Daniel sees Terry Silver again.
Okay.
And he's like, and you have the from Karate Kid Part 3, and you hear, "Wake up and smell the coffee, Mr. LaRusso." And just like all of a sudden Daniel's freaking out because this guy treated him horribly. So that one, and then the other was more of a comedy thing, was that serious scene that Bob said in season 1 where he Daniel puts his hands together like Mr. Miyagi and he goes, medic. And it's, Miyagi did that kind of stuff, but then
yeah, I really thought you were going to pick the Daniel Miyagi fight. Okay, so what you didn't see, Lily, is that after what happens with Robbie and whatnot, before Miyagi-Do withdraws, Daniel has a dream, and everything's just kind of going wrong in the dream, and you see all the Cobra Kais from when he was a kid, all in the skeleton Halloween costumes.
That was cool.
They're all gathered up there at the Miyagi dojo, and there's all this kind of mist, and it's happening at night. And Daniel's about to stand up and fight him, and all of a sudden Miyagi shows up, and the two of them fight together against him. And then he has a moment where he's talking to Miyagi, and then he wakes up. But when he's talking to him, he tells him that you don't need to fight anymore. And it was and that was kind of cool that he tells him that. But then right after that, Sam comes to him and says, Dad, I don't really think I need to fight this because we can't win. What is the point of me fighting? Before there was a reason. Now there's not a reason. And that fit in with the teachings of Miyagi-Do, is that if the whole reason he taught Daniel how to fight was so that he wouldn't have to fight. And there wasn't a reason for it. So I thought that was kind of cool. But I honestly thought, Josh, that would have been the scene you would have picked.
I mean, it was an awesome scene. Don't get me wrong, but I was just thinking, I wasn't even really thinking about it. I was just thinking, I'm like, which were the coolest ones? I just remember seeing Terry Silver walk in and Daniel just freezes. It's like, what the heck?
And one last thing, Lily, they do resolve the story with Mr. Miyagi as far as that he stole like some pearls and stuff like that. Remember that he had beat up some guy, and then that was why he fled or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it turned out that the necklace he stole actually belonged to his wife, the one who had passed away, that we find out in the first season. Not the first season, in the first movie, that she had died in the internment camp.
Yeah.
One of the guards or something had taken it and had pawned it, and so he was trying to get it back.
Oh, okay.
And
so they did resolve his story.
Right. Yeah. And Mr. Miyagi got him back and then gave him to Daniel's mother.
Oh.
He gave him to
she gives him to Sam.
Sam.
So
that's cute.
Yeah, so
see, like they have a lot of really great stuff. Like, I'm not gonna say that I hated this entire thing just because of like what happened to Robbie, because they had some really good stuff. I did enjoy all of the other seasons. It's very tiresome that you cannot come up with a better thing to do for this one poor character.
You can say that you hate it. We said that we hate stuff.
It's because this is crazy, because there's gonna be somebody who like marathons this whole thing now that it's all out. And season after season after season, there's no way that you're not going to see the pattern, that you're like, all right, cool. Like, okay, Robbie lost again.
I got you.
Robbie lost again. Like, what are you guys?
No, Lily,
what are you guys doing?
The minute I saw that happen, I said, Lily's going to be real mad, like real mad. And then we got you on the show, and sure enough,
she's real mad.
I'm really mad. Mm-hmm.
Real mad.
Real mad.
All right.
Good to be talking with you about it, though.
Yeah, this was my therapy session.
We're here for you. We're your fans.
Yeah, like poor Bob. I swear, he's like, well, at least it like ended well for Robbie, and I was like, I don't care. I'm going to bed. Bye.
I'm mad.
Yeah, like
I'm mad.
I responded to her. I was like, just the only thing I can tell you is that it at least ends in a satisfying way as far as for Robbie. He at least ends up in a good place. So I will give him that, but I didn't like that he didn't win a tournament. I think that was I agree with you, Lily. I do think that they had set it up. It's not like this is just being a crazy fan. I mean, they set it up.
They really did. It's like when you're watching the first Karate Kid, they're setting Daniel up. It's like if Daniel got to the final tournament after working so hard and lost to Johnny. Then you'd be like, what's the point of him training so hard to get to this tournament and then he loses? That's what I thought about those scenes with him training with Hawk and oh my god, I always forget the other kid's name. Dimitri, yes, with Dimitri, where they come up with this like software because they're like they come up with this software to help him train, and then you see that like his chances are lowering, and then all of a sudden like he starts to pick it up, and you see like he's improving, and he has these several moments where he doesn't believe in himself, but then I thought that finally they had like done something good because Miguel was the one that was actually coming and talking to him and giving him that motivation. I liked those scenes because they were super rivals, and he's the one that he always wanted to beat, like Miguel. And it's crazy that, yeah, in that moment, like Miguel put all of that away and he was like, no, you know what? Like, I'm going to help my friend out and I'm going to help my stepbrother out. And we're going to like do this because in him winning, all of us are winning. Like we helped him train. This is for the team. So there was a little glimmer of hope where I was like, they're finally going to let Robbie win. And then it doesn't happen. And I still had a little glimmer of hope because I was like, no way. They're going to like pull out what happened in the first Karate Kid. And he just kind of like did something to his leg and he's going to come out, pull that move on us that Daniel did that no one knew that he taught him or something. And it's going to tie it all back to the movie. And then they didn't.
So you wanted a rehash of the original Karate Kid. I get it.
Not a rehash, but that would have been something. No, that would have been like crazy because now you have Daniel's biggest rival's son beating someone using one of Daniel's moves that he used to beat his dad.
That would have been cool. I'll give you that, Lily.
So that's what I thought they were gonna do, but then they do this like BS thing where he's like, yeah, well, at least I know that I trained really hard and that I know that I'm the best. And it's okay because at least I know. And it's like, yeah, but no one else knows because you lost. Oh, I could go on and on. So
no. You're not wrong.
This is a safe space, Lily.
See, Josh, this is the equivalent of that. And that's like setting up Jon Snow to fight the Night King, but to have Arya turn around and kill him at the end.
No, that's totally, oh God.
No, that's the same thing. We literally did. We had how many seasons of them setting up Jon and the Night King to have this big epic fight, and then it doesn't happen. Like, this is how I feel right now.
Yeah, I wanted the Night King to fight the Raven. I think that would have been cool.
No. They set it up between Jon Snow and him. That's the whole point of why he was at the wall.
Oh, and another thing. It's the same thing as having Daenerys go through all of these seasons to get to the throne, and then she dies. Yeah, that's how I feel right now. That's how I feel right now. I'm tired of all of my favorite characters because I love Jon. I love Daenerys. I'm tired of all of these TV shows doing this to all my favorites.
I hear you. I feel the same way about Star Wars.
We're not talking about that. No, that's done.
By the way,
even the Mandalorian, they did it to the Mandalorian because they replaced him with freaking. Oh my god!
Hey Lily, have you heard? Because I know Bobby, as we've looked, have you heard anything about the trailer for Andor coming out?
No.
Like it's coming out in April, and there's been no trailer.
It'll come out next month.
Yeah. It probably will.
I think the Acolytes trailer came out like a month or two before it came out.
It was a great show.
It's because they know that if they drop the trailer now, no one's going to remember when the show actually comes out.
Yeah, that's true.
Because we're just kind of like, whatever.
They probably also don't want to drop it because Daredevil's coming out.
Oh, maybe.
No, I'm sorry, but I'm very excited about that.
Yeah, we're going to be reviewing that on this show. So.
Yeah, I cannot wait. I'm really excited about that. Everybody can have their own thoughts about that. That's fine, but I'm down.
Yeah, we're going to check that out.
It'll be cool.
It's the first TVM NA Disney Plus series they're doing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, badass.
Ooh,
Very cool.
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Any
Very,
final
very nice.
thoughts before we wrap it up?
Nope.
Lily, do you need a hug or?
No, because if we give Lily more to Lily will keep talking about
Yeah, I will.
Robin.
What she? Come on, this is a safe space. She.
Yeah. All
Listen,
right.
it's a cherry on top that he is cute. Okay, it's a cherry on top, but that's not the reason, Josh. Okay,
It
he has
doesn't
nice
hurt.
hair.
And that Terry Silver and John Kreese went out in a blaze of glory.
Oh, they went out in a blaze.
No, just the fire.
2
Just,
million.
just a side note because just a side note because Lily was like saying, "Oh yeah, he's cute and whatnot," and I'm thinking, that Peyton List. I'm thinking, she's pretty good looking, and I'm like, but then I feel guilty because I'm like, oh, her character's in high school, but she's like 26.
Yeah, she's.
It's not. Yeah.
I didn't realize she was 26.
all these actors are like old.
Oh, they're not.
They're not teenagers.
No.
No, because I think the girl that plays Sam, I think she's like 28, 29.
And they announced that she and the actor who plays Robbie are engaged.
Yeah, they're engaged.
So.
I called that a long time ago because they were like always hanging out, that they were super friends, and I was like, whatever. Whatever, girl.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, whatever. I wouldn't be spending that much time with a cute guy. And he's just my friend. Yeah.
There you go. Before we go, Lily, we did a pod last week about favorite sports movies. Can I ask if you have any at all?
Favorite sports movies. This one's gonna be like, okay, so I actually have several.
Okay.
Glory Road.
Good one.
I think Bob knows why.
Yeah, Josh has got the same. He knows why too. So
yeah. And then
Glory Road, if you will.
What is that name of that movie? It has Matthew McConaughey in it.
Oh, We Are Marshall?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes. That's one of my
that was on my list.
One of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I love that one. I love Glory Road, and there's another one that I always watch. Remember the Titans.
Yep, that was my number 2 or number 1 movie. Yeah.
Yep. She brought up pretty much everything that we did.
I gotta ask you this.
No,
because we had another ranking on that show.
Stop it right now, Bob. I will pay you $1,000.
No, shut up, Josh.
All right, so let me take it off so I can ask you. Put it back. Okay, so the second list we did was that for Valentine's.
I will pay you when I can.
Movies that we as guys can tolerate.
Uh-huh.
Now, Derek and I had The Princess Bride at number 1.
Uh-huh.
Josh had The Princess Bride at number 2, and he put My Best Friend's Wedding ahead of The Princess Bride. Would you put My Best Friend's Wedding ahead of The Princess Bride?
No.
Okay.
Oh, Josh.
I was joking with them, Lily.
Shut up. No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
Because the Princess Bride is perfect because you get that like equal balance of like guys. You know which movies like that too? That's a little bit more like modern, that came out when I was like in my teen years or whatever. A Knight's Tale. I think that one is a perfect one too.
Yeah.
I didn't even think about that one.
Lily,
That was pretty good. Yeah.
Right now, it was a mistake. I was.
Shut up, Josh. No, it wasn't.
Okay, they have no proof.
Shut up, Josh. No, it wasn't.
We got no proof. We got a whole show.
Yeah, only 20 people watched it. So.
Those were the that would have been like The Princess Bride is perfect. A Knight's Tale is perfect.
You're not helping me, Lily.
What else?
She doesn't need help.
You're not helping me. Shut up, Derek.
Like, Josh, I'm not faulting you for having that on your list,
You are. You're a bully.
I just
You're
wouldn't
an
have put it
absolute
ahead of the Princess
You're an
Bride.
absolute bully right now. You can't respect.
No.
someone's
That's
decision.
what I want to know is how you had it ahead of the Princess Bride.
Nothing is
that's
ahead of
what
the Princess
what
Bride.
blows my mind. Not that it
Yep.
was on your list, because like I had Maid of Honor on my list. I had we talked about When Harry Met Sally.
I'm never
We talked
doing
about
these
some of these
lists
others, but
I'm not doing these lists again. I'm
but
done.
I was just I just don't get that one.
He's only mostly dead. That's the thing. All
done.
dead. Only one thing you can do.
I mean, to be fair, Josh, My Best Friend's Wedding is a really good movie.
Thank
No.
you.
But
Is
if
it
you're,
though?
but yeah, it's good. But if you're
No.
gonna go with something that a guy and a girl can both enjoy, yeah, it has to be The Princess Bride.
Lily, why
But
do you
since you're not a guy, Josh, that you don't have a problem. You can just go by yourself.
Eric, stop it right now.
Oh,
You
wow.
cross the line. And you just cross the
I didn't
line.
cross any line. You said it.
The line. And Bob, it's your fault.
It was just funny though, looking at Derek's face, because he's just like he's got this shocked face. He's like,
No,
you put it ahead of the Princess Bride.
no, I
Never
made
put
a
anything ahead of the Princess
mistake.
Bride.
I made a mistake. I had written it wrong. And
Oh
I made
yeah.
Princess Bride at number 1.
I am the dead private robber.
Oh, you didn't, Josh.
Yes, I did.
Enough
Why
said.
would I lie to you guys?
Oh my gosh, I
Why would
love
lie
that
to you
movie so much.
Isn't
You
it
know
so
why I would
good?
lie to you
Now
guys?
I want
I
to
would
watch
never
it.
lie to you guys.
Yeah. What's
No,
that,
but like
Jack?
I said, Josh, I don't
would
fault you
never
for having it
lie.
on the list. I was just I just
I
was curious
messed
to
up.
hear Lily's
No, I
opinion
had
because
it at number 1. I misspoke.
Josh, you didn't. You screwed up. You are an F- as a result of this.
You don't give me an F.
Failure.
I'll give
And
you an
move
F.
on.
What?
It had
It's-
it had to be a Miguel fan. It had to be a Miguel fan.
Give up.
Which Josh? Yeah, exactly. There you go. Thank you, Lily.
wow.
Win at anything.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this up here. That's a good way to end. That's a good way to end it. So let's go ahead and close it up with some social media. Lily, we know you've been busy a lot lately, but where can we find you on social media?
I'm still on X causing trouble
Right, girl.
Yes. Let's go on with it right now.
between having a job now, like my actual career job. Yay! I still find time to throw all of the craziness on Twitter. It's not as bad, but yeah. So yeah, you can find me on Twitter at 300 mirrors and Instagram at 300 dot mirrors, and on Critic List also at 300 mirrors. I'm trying to use that app more. I just haven't been watching a lot of TV or movies lately because I am a little busier. But yeah, I'm trying to get back on that app. So definitely, if you guys are not on there, sign up. It's super fun over there.
We had Blaine on here, and
That was
and that was a pretty good show.
Yeah, Blaine's awesome. I really like what they're.
Cool.
I really
We
like
can
what they're
bring it back
doing over
here,
there. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was a lot of fun. We were able to talk about the app and how they set it up and all that good stuff. So it was really cool. And then we got to talk about Josh's favorite movie, Big Trouble in Little China. And but no, he was there talking with us.
Are you wait a
Oh my
minute? Are you doing any podcasts still, Lily? Or are you done with all that?
For the moment, I haven't been able to just because my schedule did change a lot. But I'm trying to figure out. There's only one that I'm really going to do, so it's going to be the Monday show with Drunk 3PO with Jay. And that one's actually pretty cool because speaking of Blaine is also on there as well. And what we're doing is every single week we get suggestions from the chat to review like older kinds of movies. So we've done like Groundhog Day, we've done Conan, we've done
Nice.
yeah, we've done like a lot of really cool movies that people probably forgot about, and I haven't been able to actually make it on the stream because yeah, my schedule did change, but they're doing that, which is pretty cool, and they made it like an interactive thing. So we have a group actually on Critic List where you can go like sign up to be in the group. where not only we review it, but so does everybody in the chat. So if you put up your review on there, they'll pull it up during the show and they'll actually go through it too. So it's not just like us on the panel that watches it and discusses it. It's like an interactive thing. So the chat gets to get in on it as well. So that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that Blaine was on the Monday show full time. I'd seen him on there. I thought he was just as a guest. I didn't realize he was on there full time now.
I think he's gonna try to be a little bit more full time.
That's cool.
Going forward. So yeah, we're trying to figure out like the full panelists. But yeah, I haven't been able to actually make it, but I'm trying to figure out my schedule to accommodate that stream.
Well, let us know. We'll definitely check it out. Because I've been able to watch a little bit here and there, but yeah, definitely let us know, and we'll definitely plug that show over here as well.
Because I believe, let me check to see which movie we're watching for this week. I think, let me see. Oh yeah, the one that they did for this past week is the Three Amigos.
Oh,
good.
a masterpiece.
So good. Oh my god,
that movie is very infamous. You know,
that's awesome.
It's
and
so
then
good.
I'm trying to see which one we're doing this week because I saw it and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna try to make this show like for real this week because we're reviewing so many good movies and it's making me so mad. I'm like, really? Let's see. Let's see if I can find it.
I saw a bunch of this stuff, and I was curious because on Critic List, I saw everybody reviewing the same movie or a bunch of people. And I was like, really? Everybody's watching these old movies? And now I know why. So
yeah, that's what we're
excited because everybody's reviewing all these. Now I really got to get my act together because this sounds like fun.
Okay, yeah, get over there, Derek.
I gotta go over there right now.
Oh yes! Oh my gosh, this was it. That's why I was like, I have to find a way to like make it. So this week we're doing Galaxy Quest.
Oh
yes,
movie.
Yes, yes.
That is a great movie. That is more Star Trek than all of the new Star Trek.
Bob is absolutely right about this. 100%.
That is an awesome movie.
So if you guys, if there was ever a moment where you guys need to sign up for Critic List to like get in on this, it's now. Like this is really fun.
Yeah,
and you're in a group. You're in a group and everybody's chatting about it every single week, and it's so fun. And they do pull up your reviews on the show, so everybody gets to see like what you thought about it. So it's really fun.
That's cool.
Here we go.
That's a good one. Galaxy Quest is awesome.
Yeah, Galaxy Quest is amazing.
Quest is absolutely fantastic.
I love that movie so much.
The cast is great in it. A great storyline. And it's funny. Sam Rockwell's hilarious in that movie.
Yes. Like that whole cast was perfect.
Oh, they mind us.
You ever seen Galaxy Quest, Josh?
Yes, I think a long time. Is Sigourney Weaver in it?
Yes.
Yeah. I saw it long. Bob, I might have seen it.
I have one job on this ship. It's stupid. I'll do it.
Oh, didn't we see it together?
So
Can we rent it?
Probably, yeah. Tim Allen, Sigourney Weaver, Sam Rockwell. Oh gosh, I can't remember the actor's name, but the one who played Monk.
Tony Shalhoub.
Tony
Shalhoub.
Even Justin Long is in it.
Yes.
He's like one of the fans.
Freaking Alan Rickman. Oh my god.
Yes, Alan Rickman. Oh, he's awesome in that movie.
Yeah. I think we saw it at your house, Bob.
Yeah, that's a good one. I love that movie.
Yeah. So that's gonna be for this upcoming Monday.
Excellent.
Nice.
Excellent. Sweet. All right, Josh, where can we find you at?
You can find me on the Princess Bride website, where I will be discussing why it's my number one. We got a laugh out of Derek on that one.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a good one, Josh.
Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, a lot lately. I'm a realtor here in Southern California, family man of the Valley. Hit me up.
All right, Derek, where are we finding you at this week?
Okay, hold on. I just got done signing up Josh for the My Best Friend's Wedding newsletter. No, that's you can find me now that I've aged myself after watching that Captain America movie. You can find me on Facebook and where all the other old people are. And
All right. And as always, you can find me on my YouTube channel at Bob Loves Movies. You can also find me on Critic List and on X. As always, we'll have our social media in the description below. Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. We had a lot of fun. Thank you, Lily, for coming on the show. And for everybody, we will see you all next week. You all have a great evening.
Bye-bye.